What it do, Catalyst here. I'm going to talk about my thoughts here on the newest Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I made a beta review a couple weeks ago about how I thought. Then I only played a few hours of it, and for my initial thoughts, I was very positive about it. And, you know, let alone with Modern Warfare 2 being, you know, like, I guess, like, the revamped version of the original Modern Warfare 2. And I thought they would put more into this game, especially with its initial launch, knowing that Call of Duty, the fan base, they expect, you know, I don't know, things like challenges, you know, leaderboards, the barracks. We thought that stuff would just be, you know, right here at launch. You would be able just to click up here wherever this UI system is and be able to see how your KD is, you know, what's your win ratio, what's your most used kill streak. Just the simple things. Instead I click on progression and it's just like, oh, hey, look, here's your ranks, this is what you unlock here, and blah, blah, blah. I feel like even the progression feeling in leveling up isn't there like it used to be. And like, I understand that the prestige system is no longer there. But what is it now that is going to make us want to continue to play through the preseason? Like, as a season, are they going to actually launch challenges? Are they going to launch leaderboards? Are they going to launch the barracks? I don't really understand why such vital things to Call of Duty are missing launch. It's 2022. Come on. And just the navigation, trying to figure out where everything is, was a headache to figure out. I mean, look, you have channels. You can create up to 5 channels. But do you need to create 5 channels for? What, do you got like 5 other parties going on that you need to be? It doesn't make any sense. You can disconnect from the game. You can disconnect from the I don't know. And then that was a headache in itself, just trying to figure out if I could hear game chat or not. Whatever. Notifications, I surprised they're not there, but I was getting blanket notifications. Don't even know if they were actual real notifications or not. That was another issue I had. And then, I mean, the only thing that makes sense here, I guess, are the settings. Here are the achievements. We have that. And only for campaign co-op. Not multiplayer. Okay. The user interface is kind of annoying. I really don't like the UI. It's like someone said, it's like you're trying to scroll through like Hulu or something. Which, like, I get it, you know, they're trying to make it more modernized, you know, with their layouts, the systems, and, you know, show that they're a AAA company, I guess, you know, if you know what I mean. So let's talk about weapon customization, because this was something that threw me off as well, trying to kind of figure out. At first, feels like you're just clicking into an app, and into an app. Like, kind of annoying. Like, I don't like the perk setup, like how you have to click on it to go to edit it, and then you gotta. It's just, I don't know. It's just kind of annoying. It just makes it hard to be organized and everything. And then, can you even delete these? Actually, look, yeah, and you can't even get rid of the default. So that's kind of annoying. So that just takes up space that doesn't need to be there. So, another complaint. I do like the way that it's set up in order to how you get your attachments and stuff. That is kind of a new feature that I am kind of excited for. Ooh, look, I got a new rear grip I can add on. Perfect. I think it's a lot of fun in that sense because you have to upgrade your weapons, other weapons, to be able to get further attachments for your weapons. That's a really neat idea. Instead of everybody just able to access like the meta weapon as soon as you start the game. So at least it makes it feel that you've put your time into the game when you see other people with their weapons. Even though I just listed out a lot of good features and what I like about it, Infinity Ward did tweet yesterday, October 29th, we are disabling attachment tuning until further notice to investigate crashes for users with 5 attachments tuned. If you currently have a tuned attachment equipped, you will need to unequip and re-equip it to use your loadout. So immediately at launch, one of the features that they bring to us that's supposed to be part of this whole new customization loadout, you can't even use it until it's fixed. And who knows when that'll be fixed, but at least they solved some of the crashing issue reasons, so now we should hear less complaints about the crashing. But talking further though about weapons, I feel that you can immediately tell that there are advantages and disadvantages right now. Which one's the OP meta weapon that you should use, I mean, even at default. So far, the M4 and the AK, I would say, are probably the strongest weapons I come up against. When I try to use all the other weapons, because obviously I'm trying to unlock more attachments for my weapons, I've noticed that if I get completely annihilated before I really do like any sort of damage. And at first I thought, I was like, oh, maybe I'm just really not hitting my shots. And that wasn't necessarily the case. I'm hitting my shots. I mean, look how many bullets I had to put in that dude, though, to kill him. Loading. Like, dude, that was a lot of fucking bullets, and I barely won. Am I crazy, or did that?
It's a good thing he didn't have the. Dude, that was definitely.
It's just that the M4 and the AK are just much stronger weapons. So far, I've used the M4, I've used the M16, the PDSW, the Seiken MG38, the 5.56 Icarus, EBR-14, and the F-TAC Recon, and the Bryson 800. And literally, M4, I was able to shred when I first started. That was the first gun I used. All these other weapons, I've struggled to use. Except the Bryson 800, it's a fairly good shotgun, but even that doesn't even match the Lockwood 300 out right now. It's basically like going up against a 725 double barrel back in Modern Warfare. It absolutely shreds. I got absolutely annihilated by one game with this dude with a riot shield shotgun. I just completely obliterated me. And I was running shotgun as well. And same distance, I could hit him first, but that Lockwood would hit me one tap, and I would have to actually hit him with a two tap from like the same distances. So, just saying, if you're right now, Lockwood 300 is the way to go if you want to use a shotgun. Also, M16 is absolutely a terrible gun. If you're going to use the M16, I reckon that you switch it to single fire, and you get a better fire rate out of it so you can get kills quicker. That's my experience at least, so do as you please with that information. So far in the game modes, I really got to talk about Prisoner Rescue, Knockout, since they're the newest game modes in the game. Those are absolutely probably my favorite games right now to play. It gives you a search and destroy feel with revives, basically. With Knockout, if you like to be that rushing pace and just going straight for kills, but want that search and destroy feel, that's fast paced. That's absolutely your game to go is Knockout. I like Knockout the most because of that reason. Prisoner Rescue, I've noticed that it's a slower paced game. It seems that everybody kind of works together even without communication. It was kind of weird to notice that, but that is something I did notice. So if you want something kind of like the original Search and Destroy, even though it has revives, it's more kind of objective based, it feels, than just going for kills. So I do like Prison Rescue for that. And it kind of has a Rainbow Six Siege feel to it as well. With that, point-based games such as Hardpoint, Kill Confirmed, Headquarters, Domination, there's nothing different with those games. They're what they always are. You go out there, get yourself a few kills off of objective, and try to get your kill streak, or play War of Attrition, just keep throwing your body on the point till your face turns red and you want to uninstall the game because your teammates aren't helping you win the objective. Weird, right? So with that being said, I want to say if you are a objective-based player in one of those games, I definitely recommend you changing your kill streak to score streaks. Why make yourself suffer? And if you're people like me who have an ego of like, well, I want the kill streak, that's what's that's the original way, not score streak, that's stupid. If you're playing those games, do yourself a favor, just do the score streak. Why make yourself suffer? It's in the game, right? All right, so Ground War, I didn't have much fun with Ground War. I don't think it's that great. I think the maps are way too small, and I understand it's an arcade shooter, but it's like they just throw objects in there and they say, have out all hell. Like, you know what I mean? The tanks are way too fast. If they slow down the tanks, I think it'd be a little bit better, especially for as much armor as they have and how difficult it is to kind of take them out with rocket launchers and stuff. I think they should slow it down a little bit, and I think it would make it a little bit more enjoyable. It's too chaotic. It's just constantly spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, die. I mean, people are spawning overhead. It's kind of ridiculous. It's more or less just domination on steroids. So it's good if you're just trying to have some fun and just trying to do some stupid things and against a big majority of players, and go for it. Evasion, it's the most used game to level up your weapon XP. Killing AI gives you the same amount of XP as killing a player. It allows you to level up your weapons quicker. So everybody's playing Evasion right now for that. For me, I'm not a big fan of really that game mode. It's just a big team deathmatch game with some bots in there. So if that's what you want to play, go for it, but that's just not my cup of tea, so I'm not too excited for that. Also, I want to talk about why the hell there's no hardcore in this game. The only thing I can think of is maybe because the TTK is already so quick, it's kind of like hardcore, and like, and then with their radar changes as well, they're like, oh, well, now it's core and hardcore, so they don't have to worry about doing more work or something. I don't know. I have no clue if in the future it's supposed to release or not. It might be. I didn't look into it. Same with Gunfight, though. I know Gunfight was supposed to be in the game, so maybe that is going to be released later on, maybe with hardcore. But it's very annoying to know that a feature that was brought into the game in Modern Warfare at launch isn't brought into Modern Warfare 2 at launch. So I don't know if it's part of this preseason BS and just so they have content for the actual seasons. Like, why even launch your game then? I wish they would just take away the battle passes. The battle passes, I feel like, are starting to ruin gaming for this reason. They're just too reliant on just trying to make that fast cash now and not on the actual experience. They're like trying to combine it, and it's not the same as it was. It's like you can include the battle pass, but keep the prestige system how it once was. Like I should still be able to level up, but how much experience I get over the course of that season is what goes to the battle pass. It's not hard to separate the two. I don't know why it has to be a whole combined feature. But again, that's just my opinion. So if we talk about maps though, I got 2 maps that I'm not a big fan of, and one of those being Zarqwa Hydroelectric. I think that map is very good if you take out the water mazes. The water is completely useless. I actually don't really see anybody use it. I utilize it more for let's say knockout. I grab the cash and I just swim around and I get away. I just juke them out. So that's the only time I find that map being useful with the water. Other than that, they just needed to just block that out or something and just keep that boots on the ground. They're just trying too hard to implement the water feature, so they just took a grab map and stuff and threw it in there. And talking about the grab maps, in the beta they had all the individualized maps and whatnot, and I'm like, okay, cool, that's what we're sticking with. I didn't realize they were just going to make maps based around maps that are already in, it's going to be in Warzone and everything. So now it just feels like they just drew a line around this and said, here's a map. And some of those places that they made those maps around aren't even that well either, and that being Turok. It's just an open map with a weird ass centerpiece and everybody working around that, and there's a couple little wee ways into the middle there, and that's where the fighting is. It's stupid. I don't like that map either. But I gotta say the rest of the maps though, they're not too bad. That race car map, that one's pretty cool. I like that. That one's actually probably the most unique and most fun. It's like actually a fairly sized map and useful for all classes of weapons. And the game is pretty good too. I have no issues with it. I'm okay with the slide canceling still being gone. I periodically use the slide and I try to slide cancel. I'm like, oh yeah, I can't do that no more. So I like what it is. It's not everybody just like bunny hopping and slide up and down, you know, across the map. So I do like that. The ledge hang, it's okay. I haven't really found it that useful actually in multiplayer, but I'm sure it'll be a little bit more beneficial in like Warzone or DMZ. The dive is pretty cool. I've been using that a little bit here and there, so I've been enjoying the dive. It's been working out, almost kind of like a drop shot in a sense. It's pretty quick. It's not too long to get through the animation, so I do recommend that. I did want to address some of the bugs, and I addressed one of those issues earlier, and that was a crashing issue. But one of the solutions that was found out was to take away the tuning from the weapon customizations, so that helped solve some of it. Also, there was party crashes that were going on as well. So it was usually occurring only if you were of a party of 3 or more. Apparently there was less issues with duos. That's at least what I was seeing from some people on Twitter comments. Anywhere did address it. They did say that they were aware of some players experiencing crashes when partied up. Please stay tuned as we investigate the issue, which was on October 28th. On October 29th, they said, thank you for your patience. We'll be deploying a mitigation for party-related crashes tomorrow morning Pacific time. Update to follow. And then shortly after, the update is now live. Players and parties should see significant improvement. Only had 3 crashes, I believe, on the day of launch while being in a party. Otherwise, solo, no issues. And then as of yesterday, October 29th, I did have a couple crashes that occurred again. I didn't see heavily too many issues on my part, but I didn't play with any more than 2 people. So take that as you will. I'm sure other people probably did really experience that issue, and I do apologize for them because that sucks. Also, they did mention about accidental bans. There was a lot of things about people being banned. And I actually found an article from Call of Duty themselves that does talk about this itself. There were a small number of players who reported beta crashes that appear to cause their accounts to be permanently banned. We have investigated this thoroughly and have determined that crashing issues did not cause unjust bans. The game itself cannot trigger a ban. Additionally, our security and data engineers have confirmed that there was not a bug possible which would have allowed this to happen during the beta. One system that did unjustly impact players was a system that kicked, not banned, users out of matches for friendly fire, whether it was accidental or intentional. So, right here that we see is that they're saying that their system did not actually just go ahead and just start banning people for no reason. So it sounds like that these people who are getting banned are being rightfully banned. But, I mean, who are we to know? I can't say. But if that's the case, this is coming from Call of Duty. So either they're covering up their mistakes or these people are just trying to pull the, oh, I'm wrongfully banned, so that way people are like, oh, now your cheating system isn't working properly, and then that way it can maybe get an influx of more cheaters or something. I don't know, but it's kind of funny to see, so we'll have to see how this goes in the future. But I think we're going to cut the video here. It's already past the 15-minute mark. So I say, if you have anything that you'd like me to address on, in another video, to go ahead and put it in the comments below. Or tell me if there's something maybe I'm wrong on, or you have some information on something, drop it below. Comments are free and open for use. Free speech. So I appreciate you guys' time. I hope you enjoy the Call of Duty. I just can't wait for November 16th for the DMZ Warzone, because that's what we're going to be grinding. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Catalyst out.